Yo, what it do, guys? It's your boy, Garuda. What it do? Holy Shazam! Who is this guy? And the professor. What? Yo, it's, it is that thing we do on the regular. Real talk. So today we're going to be reviewing the movie we saw yesterday. Yesterday. A lot of people be like, yo, you go to the movie, you see it, you review it like immediately.
Yes.
But we, on a more of an intellectual level, need to contemplate our what's the word?
Swagger, man.
Swagger, yes. Yeah. Contemplate our swagger to make sure that things are on point and on cue. Do that thing.
Gotta be civil. I mean, and we talking about this is like the real movie, so like this ain't that knockoff DVD shit. You know
oh yeah.
Real thing with a ticket and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's some niggas out there that are surprised to hear that. I did pay. I went in and paid. No, you lied.
He thinks he paid.
That's why I'm keeping it 100. This is not a free movie. All right?
Well.
So, free movie review. I love it. This, paid for. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
But it's all good. It's all good. We went with these high expectations of great things to come from this movie.
Super things.
And overall, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5. I definitely gave it a 7.5, but I did it in the nicer, unnice way, where you came out feeling like super nice. So you was like, I liked it.
I genuinely liked the movie. I mean, I thought it was like, oh, this is cool, it's cute, it's entertaining for the whole family.
Definitely the whole family.
And, oh shit.
Definitely.
And, somebody's gotta be like, no, it's not that great.
It was, again, to put it in perspective, all right, because we both had to at least start with a baseline. So, we both agree that X-Men series is the series to go by.
Yes.
Right? So,
yes.
Of all the series that are out there, we agree genuinely that the X-Men series, overall, from start to beginning, was the best. Okay. So, taking that into consideration, all right, this was kind of a letdown as far as Marvel.
Well, yeah, I could definitely see where all the letdown came from, but enough of what I think where it came down. Where did you think it went wrong?
Let me see. I think they twisted the storyline in such a way that lost a lot of people instead of actually connecting them.
He just lost him.
No. No. I could have, in fact, without wanting to spoil the movie, all right? So, understand.
Total spoilers, by the way.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
All right. I'm keeping the mouth shut. But I did tell you behind the scenes how to fix it. So, it was fixable.
Well, everything is fixable. So, you can create all of these great-ass movies and stuff, and next thing you know, it's like, this can be tweaked, that can be tweaked. They spend like $6 million to make a movie.
This wasn't nitpicky, though. This wasn't nitpicky.
Okay.
And that's the problem is, what they did was they wanted to flex on how advanced they had gotten. And so you're showing a little Groot character, and he's super cute, and he was bomb, but they also, at the expense of the actual story to me, went to be a comedy.
Well,
so I don't really think that they were a superhero movie. They were a comedy.
Well, they had to. They had to put some form of comedy into it.
No, they had forms of comedy.
No.
They went too far.
Well, I can agree there. They kind of went a little bit too far with some of the comedy. But they had to. They had to put some comedy in to keep the attention of all of the audience.
No, I just
they had to be like, Yo, if this
all of
movie
it for 2 hours and 50 minutes, yeah. Hell yeah.
This was the longest
It took a
hero
lot of
movie I
comedy.
ever sat through.
A lot of comedy, bro. There is 40 minutes of that movie that was not necessary. All right, a lot of comedy. All right, the Howard the Duck scenes. Not ruining it for you.
It wasn't necessary,
Not ruining it, but, oh my God.
Why was Howard in it? Like, I mean, I understand with all the nostalgia and then just randomly throwing characters into stuff, and you're just like,
bro, you walked out there and you were asking me. You were like, say, who are those ones? And I was even saying, I picked the wrong movie, man. I'm like, saying, isn't that from Green Lantern?
So there was a scene in the movie where you see Stan Lee,
not in the movie,
his normal cameo
in the credits, bro.
No, they were traveling.
Well, true.
It was in the actual part of the movie where he was traveling. They were traveling to their destination to fight whoever, and they had cut to Stan Lee sitting on an asteroid wearing a spacesuit, and standing with him were these aliens that had these ginormous heads and these blue shirts that looked like sphinxes or whatever they call those things. And he thought that they were from the Lantern Corps. And I'm like, hold up, nigga, that's DC. This is Marvel shit right here. So I was like, I gotta figure out who this is because they look so familiar. And we found out that they were the Watchers. The Watchers. You know, the people that watch over the entire Marvel universe, and they only intervene when shit's like really going down, but not really intervene. So they're not supposed to do crap.
They're allowed to touch the shit.
But you know, if Thanos decides he wants to destroy the galaxy, they're just like gonna watch it happen. So you know.
But you can use that shit.
Apparently, you know.
Their stuff, technology, but you can't help.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't. So, but you know, it's whatever. By the way, guys, this is Mother's Day. If you guys haven't said hello to your mother, at least send a text that says ?
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Even some of you mother.
Oh,
Happy Mother's Day, you out there.
Yes.
Right. So this is all universal. Mothers.
Yes. Make sure you love your mothers today. Yes. And if you're here and you're enjoying what you see, make sure you smash that follow button. We are actually just reviewing what we thought could have been fixed about this movie. And any kind of changes that we could hope to see in the future, and what our overall perspective was of this movie.
Right.
I genuinely thought it was great. There were some slow moments in the movie where, like, it literally didn't need to be slow. Me personally, if they were to create a Marvel movie that was full on action all the time, like there's no like true talking backstory or anything, it's just like full on action in your face, bam, 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 all the time, I believe that people would lose interest eventually within the movie because there's just nothing but action just blasting at you, and you're just like,
bull crap. Just understand.
Can we slow down for a second? I gotta pee. You know,
action and watching a video game YouTube where somebody plays story mode.
But you gotta
in this.
But you gotta realize though,
they did everything
in those videos that you're watching on YouTube of full on action. It's not as long as a movie. You will never find a video on YouTube where it's like 3 hours of full on action of this one video that you're watching. So if I go on YouTube right now and I'm like, yo, I want to see some straight up injustice action for 3 straight hours from one guy on one video, I will be like, fuck that, and click over to something else.
Really? You want to hear his love story? Alright. Good game, man. Again, I'm all for a story. This was insane. Nigga, this was like trying to cram an entire encyclopedia inside of a movie. Alright? It left you with more questions. It tried to answer things, in your opinion, that it never answered to me. All right, it just started more like debate. So, what?
This is coming from the guy who slept through half of the first one.
Yeah, right. The third time I saw it.
The third time.
By then, I was running lines with it. All right, but understand, So far, this series is one of those series that you literally have to watch at least twice. You can't even watch it once and understand everything that goes on. What?
I could watch it once.
Yeah, if you have the comics to follow.
What?
You follow the comic series, Nick.
You follow the comic series,
Look, I didn't follow the comic series.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm coming as a straight up fan. Like, look.
Oh my
I'm
God.
giving it the Marvel seal. I'm expecting it to be Superfly because it's got the Marvel seal. And to me, it was a comedy that failed, not in the actors' part. So the actors, to me, didn't let this movie down. All right, it was post-production and editing and writing that felt like they needed to just do.
Don't blame it on the actors. Blame it on the people in the background.
No, because again, the actors to me put in solid performances.
True.
All right, so as individual performances, I don't look at either one of them and go, this person didn't deliver, this person didn't deliver. All right, so. You have to be objective then about the story. So it's the writing after that. So if it's not the actor's fault, then it's got to be the writer's fault. And as far as I'm concerned, the writer felt the need to try and do too much. Got this fan club, they're trying to break in.
I know. There's people like
and stuff.
in the windows and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I'm about ready to pull out a belt and go into town.
I gave them some, I brought them to the gun show. They've been going crazy ever since. Doing them things, you know what I mean? I gotta, just be careful.
Yo.
I got, signing autographs, got, tendonitis.
Tendonitis?
Nigga-itis.
Nigga-itis. Yo, nigga-itis. Yo.
Smacking and tritis.
Just because you had the Luther once doesn't mean that you still have the itis, bro. Doesn't mean you still have the itis. I mean, just saying.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree. But, again, back to the subject line. All right. Here's the deal. You can think of a movie like, say, all right. What is it? With the vampires.
Underworld.
George Clooney.
George Clooney?
Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn. You mean the Quentin Tarantino
Straight
movie?
up pointless.
What?
Everybody gets murked.
Dude, Dusk Till Dawn was the shit.
Totally.
Like, it was fucking awesome, but it
How many bodies were there?
A ton.
Stayed action, stayed point.
It was great. It was this guy.
I'm just telling you, that's what happened.
I mean, I still don't understand what happened in that movie, but in this movie, I understood everything that was happening for like 90% of the movie. Like, it answered a lot of the confusion, the frustrating, love plots and shit like that from the first movie.
Answered them.
They answered it. So the whole thing between Peter and Gamora. So that whole love scene where they're like had that frustration where it's like they're in love with each other, but it was like, why don't they just come out with it? And they finally got that shit out in the second movie.
No. See, here's where I disagree. They did not get anything out. All they did was go for comedy. They went for comedy. That was not a love story.
Oh my gosh, this movie was not.
Horrible.
This movie was not. What's the name of those guys? The comedians. It wasn't like an Eddie Murphy special or anything. It was literally a lot of questions being answered, and he thought it was like a lot of it was pointless. So I'm like,
right, answered. Bro, I walked out there and had to ask you if he was half God.
Cause you took
That's a problem.
So they threw around the term.
Problem,
they threw
bro.
around the term in this
God,
movie, God, freely. Even though the term God, for all of us who know for reals, about the Marvel Universe and stuff like that, the term God is somebody who literally can't die. They're infinite beings, and they only intervene when necessary. When you are so full of power that you believe you're a God, you are still not a God. Because you haven't hit that point of power to be a god, to where if anything goes down, you're fine. You're fine. You don't see Zeus and the rest of them just up and dying out of random.
Well, no. And that was my whole point, is that Zeus, even when they do a series about a Zeus or about the gods, and they're talking about taking out the gods, it's by other gods. All right, so it's not by some middle management nigga who just got his powers and learned how to make a ball. And Dad had to reshape that, man. All right. Then all of a sudden he had all these godly powers. Come on, man.
Hey, when you got blind rage, you can just go ham at any moment.
Again.
Blind rage can make you a pro in seconds.
Again.
Seconds.
Nobody else would call a C good. All right. You gave it a 7.5. I gave it a 7.5. That's a C. That's not good. Especially with that kind of budget. Come on, man.
I gave it a low rating of that 7.5.
Would you have gone to a 9 o'clock 3D popcorn bucket, 2 drinks, little box of jujus?
Yo, you that thirsty, bro? I gotta have 2 drinks?
Nigga, it was 3 hours, my nigga. Yes.
3 hours?
Yes,
you can't.
They needed a bathroom break.
No, bro, this is why you don't put
bathroom break.
This is why you don't put ice in your cups at the theater.
Bro,
you get plenty of drink long enough to sustain yourself for 3 hours.
For an hour and a half is what you're used to, maybe 90.
But that's beside the point.
120 at the most, my nigga. This was 240, dog. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, it was a long movie, which is one of the reasons why I gave it such a low score.
Again, box of jujus, all right, 2 drinks, bucket of popcorn,
and no smoking.
No, zero,
smoking.
zero.
No smoking.
No bathroom breaks.
No bathroom breaks.
No, none of that. None of that. How? And you're talking about what? $30, $25, $30 right there? Is that a $30 movie?
No.
One time see, yes. And second
No,
time
it's
see,
not.
no.
It's a matinee. It's a matinee. Look, you got a $6. Bring your own drink. Bring your own jujus.
Yo, that sounds like something we can actually put
No
together.
popcorn. No popcorn.
Bring your BOS movie theater. Bring your own
soda.
shit.
Yes, bring your own soda and snacks, nigga, to that one. That's a no snacker.
Yo, that's the
go
idea.
Get snacks.
A movie theater called Boss. Yes. Bring your own snacks and other shit.
Soda, nigga.
Snacks,
soda and snacks.
and soft drinks. Snacks,
yes.
soft drinks.
All right, for that movie. Definitely for that movie. All right. I'm telling you, man, if you go and you don't get a matinee, one of them $650 tickets, I'm not talking about HD. I'm not talking about 3D. I'm not talking about any of them other Ds. I'm talking about straight up regular theater, center aisle, little elbow room, you know what I'm saying? And look, get the seats to lean a little, bro.
Yo.
I'm telling you, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. You need to
it's a
lean.
long movie. It's definitely a long movie.
You have to lean, bro.
Now
Give your back a break.
There are a lot of good moments in this movie. There's a very cute moments with Little Groot. There's some. For me, there's like a small little tearjerker in there, you know.
A little.
Just a tiny one.
It was so tiny. Hard. They worked so hard for that tear.
Yo, it was.
They threw at the end, my nigga.
It was a good feel.
Look, they were trying to make everyone in the theater cry.
I generally felt a little, heartstring plucked, like, bing,
yeah.
Just a little one. Near the end.
Because they worked for it.
They did work for it. I mean, 2 hours and 40 minutes working for it. But
they made you cry over a pedophile.
It wasn't like
a
pedophile. What?
No.
A kidnapper.
Yeah, a kidnapper.
It's kind of the same concept because he was kidnapping kids
and they were killed.
But he was taking them home technically, so he was like, "Here, kiddos, you want some candy? I'll take it to your daddy." It literally took him to daddy.
Yeah, who killed them?
But daddy didn't kill them.
Bro,
he killed tons.
Yeah, you see all them bones, bro?
They're like, where the hell are we?
Bones? Talking about Papa was a rolling stone.
Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the bug-eyed bitch who he has a serious problem with. I was I'm so used to seeing shows and characters and things of that sense that have like weirdness to them, like you see, if let's say for example, you meet a friend, and this friend is hella shy, but this friend knows something about you, is afraid to tell you because of the consequences. But then when that friend realizes that you're a good person, and they turn and they're like, "Yo, I gotta tell you something," but then tells you at like damn near the wrong time, this guy's like, "Why can't you just tell me in the first place when I saw you the first time?" You see how this? You see this White House swoop?
The real talk is, honest to God, I thought that her character was underutilized. If she had this superpower and all this other stuff,
Which
she
I think
seemed never to know how to use it. She held on to information for entirely too long, and she was allowed to be made a good person, having done the very least that a hero would be required to do.
True. I mean,
Bottom line.
No. I mean, you can't just immediately expect this character who just gets thrown at us to like release everything about themselves.
I didn't. I did after she called herself an empath, and then touched someone and got a sense of what feelings were.
Which I think
at that point,
I think this is like the
I had a
first.
problem.
I think this is actually the first time that I have seen was it empath or
Yes,
apath? Empath.
Yeah.
Character in like any superhero movie. Like I've seen them in like the animated
because
series
they weren't that super.
or the comic
Her
books.
power was not that super.
Which I thought was a really cool step towards
Wasn't that super.
releasing to us new powered peoples, new types of abilities and stuff. Because you don't really see that stuff.
Use right.
She used it in her own way.
No, because again, they gave her the ability to change people's emotions, and when the most at the highest apex moment, she does not use that. She puts him to sleep.
Well, she was able to do so.
Why? Why not just change his whole attitude? Why not just say, you know what?
Because they
feel good about us going, and he would have been like, "Oh,
I think it's only temporary though. It wasn't like something that her powers immediately change you completely. It was totally temporary.
Bro. Answer to me why a god has a hard time sleeping and needs sleeping pills.
Because he has a conscience. He's like, I know I've been killing my kids for millions of years, and I can't sleep anymore because the bones keep stabbing me in the back of the neck.
No conscience.
So
he had no conscience.
He didn't have a conscience.
No conscience.
He had just enough to care enough to make a baby with many people, and then actually fall in love with one of those. And then enough of a conscience to actually think about and actually plot and kill the one woman that he actually loved.
He did love her.
He did love her. He loved her enough to kill her.
By
he
definition,
loved her enough to kill her.
Exactly.
And exactly.
What kind of love is that?
That's unconditional love right there.
You're crazy.
No, just straight up kill me if you love me. Be like,
negative.
Just straight up kill me if you love me.
There is no love.
There is.
Check this out.
That's total love.
If my girlfriend kills me, she did not love me.
I did this in love.
Because I had to kill you. Alive.
I had to kill you to save the world.
This is not. This is not Romeo and Juliet, bro.
Yes.
All right?
What?
We agree on that. So like Romeo and Juliet are like, look, I will kill myself. Oh, I'm so upset. I will kill myself too. All right, that's Romeo and Juliet. This is not that, bro. This is you love me, and you killed me.
Yeah.
No, what's hate?
I knew I could.
What's hate? What's hate? If you get to kill him and call love, what's hate?
Murder.
Hate is murder, and unconditional love is consensual.
And that was not consensual.
It totally was.
That was not. What part of the movie were you watching? That was murder.
John. Bam!
Oh God! And this movie was great on having that weird Hulk effect. If you guys don't remember, the first time you saw Hulk do his Hulk smash thing on like Loki, when the what was the very first Avengers movie, where he does like the whole smash, which, by the way, is going to be new action on our channel. It's just Hulk just smashing the shit out of Loki. They put that same kind of feel in all of the Marvel movies after that point. So when Ultron got smashed, when in this movie in the Guardians of the Galaxy, what's his name? What's the big rollerball guy's name? Oh, Drax. When Drax was trying to save the day,
Special shout out to Drax.
and save the day, and he's like shooting the enemy from the back of the ship with the whole back of it torn open. Gamora is trying to save his ass because he's about to fly off into space, and they're about to crash. So when they come crashing down, they come crashing into a forest full of trees, and Drax is just getting bashing around between trees, bang, 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 bang. It looks like some pinball shit. and when it was
I've done
done,
that, by the way, real talk, it does look exactly like that. So if you do ping a nigga like that, they do bounce like that.
oh.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
But
That's real.
And then after he got smashed amongst all those trees, and I'm not talking about the other kind of smash. Get your mind out the dirty.
No.
No.
Not
No.
the elbow
Yeah, this
smash.
kind of smash, not the.
Yeah. Real talk. UFC smash. Nigga.
UFC smash.
Get your mind out together, nigga. It's Mother's Day.
But when it was
It's Mother's Day.
But when
Keep it G, man. Keep it G for the mothers.
When it was over, he gets up. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's do it again." Which I think in both Smash aspects we can say the same thing every time.
Yes, that is just happens to be in common, but not the smashing we're talking to right now.
This is the totally
Wrong
different kind of
smash. With Hogan.
Hogan.
Real smashing.
And I was explaining to him that it's something that caught on with the audiences. People were grasping onto that funny moment, and I think they just ran with it. It was like, we're gonna put this in every single Marvel movie ever. After this point, we're gonna put it in all the shit. It's like, you're gonna do it, you're gonna smash him, and then you're gonna do it, and you're gonna smash her, and then...
That's now, I have to be honest, I think that really came from Transformers. So to me, Transformers were the ones that had shit moving so fast, all right, that you couldn't even tell if it was really transforming. It was just, and then just...
No one making...
all you can. All right,
I'm not
and
gonna
then
sit
they
here
would
and let
slow
him
it
talk
down
about
just
it
so
like
you
that.
could see real.
You can't talk about Optimus Prime like that, okay? No one talks like that. Autobots,
Evil in
watch
the
roll
new
out.
movie.
What you say?
Evil in the new movie.
He is not evil. You do not know this,
I know.
man.
Optimus
Attack
is not
Bumblebee.
Prime.
So,
He is
everybody
not
attack Bumblebee.
Prime.
If you saw a bee near
honest.
you, would you not swat his
Be
ass?
honest.
Hell yes.
Decepticons are cooler. Decepticons are cooler. All right,
But Decepticons can't roll out.
but they're
They
cooler.
fly.
They fly, my
They
nigga.
fly.
They fly, they crawl, they
cooler.
dig.
Yes.
I want to be able to
Decepticons-
roll out,
Bro, what?
Roll out.
I'm flying, bro.
Roll out.
I'm
Hey,
flying.
You'll be
But,
wearing
but
the
we're getting sidetracked here. We're getting sidetracked here.
Oh,
But
Boy.
this guy, we'll say a Transformers talk for another time.
I'm just telling you. That's where it came from.
but-
I don't think it came from Hulk Smash.
But from somebody who read the comics and has some sort of knowledge of the background of these movies that are coming out,
True knowledge.
I'm still a little disappointed at the fact that they still can't follow the books, or excuse me, the comics by the comic. You know, like the same thing with like the Harry Potter movies. You know, they did as much as they could to put as much from the book into the movies, but they couldn't do everything that was in the books in the movies. And you know, I think it has to do, I kind of blame part of our society where we try to shelter our kids and things like that, which is a cool thing, you know, go ahead and do that. But you're leaving out key things that was in the comics that were very important to the story that's being told in the movie. Why can't we just put that stuff in there and just say, oops, sorry.
Again, it depends on what you're cutting out.
Yeah.
And so how exactly? So if it's like, to me, I don't necessarily think they needed to take anything out because it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. But I certainly do think that they could have rearranged some things, and I applaud them on keeping their rating. So again, understanding that their only other funny movie is what's his name? What is his name? About to drop number 2 this year.
Deadpool?
Comedy. Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yes, Deadpool.
Okay. So Deadpool, for me, hilarious. All right. Comedy written in, character perfect. All of that worked just right for me. So the group that worked Deadpool, to me, they put that together just right. All right, they didn't sacrifice the story for comedy, and they didn't sacrifice comedy for the story.
Well, that's because they had the green light to do whatever they wanted with Deadpool.
But that's my point. Is that's what Deadpool is. He's supposed to be the comedy. In this case, I think they want so badly for
like
Galaxy, right? To be that comedic.
But
kind of trilogy.
But the Guardians had their hilarious moments where they were like going out.
They just need to let their characters be their characters.
They did, but they didn't let them
work too hard.
They did make them work too hard to be like themselves.
And the music was a little cheesy.
It was 80s music.
Yeah, they did try hard.
Nah,
It was
like 70s, 60s.
I was a little upset about it, but it's all good. Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, again.
Can you throw in something? Yeah, man. What do you want to say? Let's talk.
Who we got? We got Swoop. We got Swoop in the
We got
house.
Anti Cage. What's up,
Oh,
guys?
what up, Andy Cage? Nigga, what up, nigga?
Mantis is an
Better say
empath.
what
Yes,
up.
yes. We were just talking about that a minute ago, about how she was like the very first empath we've actually seen in a superhero movie.
But wasn't used right.
But he thinks she wasn't used right. I thought she was like a socially awkward character. Imagine how an empath can make you sleep better.
What?
That's a really good thing to say.
that's a
Imagine
Tylenol.
no. Imagine if you could have
NyQuil.
imagine if Shannon was your empath.
Right?
So every night,
Cheers.
Oh, no.
imagine.
I don't even figure out what I'm feeling. Nah.
Imagine if she could just touch you, and then you're just out like a light, and you had the best sleep you ever had, ever.
I knew it
Yes,
NyQuil.
and she went out partying. And,
No. She's still there. She has
How
to
would I know,
constantly
nigga? She just
be in
put me
contact
out.
with you the entire night. She can't just leave.
He did. No,
No,
that's what
no.
she did.
No, 'cause
She
it's-
put him to
listen.
sleep. No.
When she put him to sleep,
and then she was hanging out with the group.
no, she got knocked the fuck out.
No. That was
rock?
at the
Bam.
end.
We're
That
at-
was at the
in the
end.
ship.
The
She
first
left.
time in the ship, she puts him to sleep,
And she
then
leaves.
she's chilling with the group. I told you they misused her, bro. No,
She got
when
She
she
didn't
touched
got
her
about
boy's
the
arm.
girl,
When she
Bam.
touched her boy's arm, she should have had to go to old girl and tell her what's really going on.
True. See, it's such. That was one of the things that kind of gave us the rating that we was. She would be
Yes,
awesome though.
Mofo.
God wasn't
I'm with
mofo,
you. Yes.
and I really hated that term that they used in this movie, that Ego was a god, because he was not a god. He was nowhere near a god.
Hold on. Told you. It's nice to have the world agree with you. Really, I'm
You
so
guys
proud
are
of you.
guys are
world.
feeding his
World.
fuel in the way that I gotta
World.
like douse it out
World.
with actual more gasoline.
Super ego here. Hates it to be wrong.
I'm
but-
not wrong. I'm agreeing. That's, you know what? But anyway.
Forgive me. I'll disappear.
Oh God.
I'm not.
But it's all good. It's all
magic.
good. So
I should be
overall,
in
I thought
Guardians
this
of the
movie.
Galaxy.
Overall,
Look at me. I'm in the galaxy.
this guy.
Oh, I'm in the galaxy.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Look at your
Oh
face.
my
Look at your
God.
face.
That's crazy. Look,
so-
there's my universe. We just passed. You saw it. You
Oops.
saw it. It
Oops.
just-
It's too
right over
late.
there.
Too late now. It's too late, bro.
It is.
It's too late.
It is.
It's too
That's
late.
what it
bro.
is.
It's too late.
That's
We done
what it
passed
is.
it. But
Ah.
back to this situation at hand. I believe that in the next movie, they're gonna see all these reviews that all of us are making, and they may tweak it to be for the better. Because if shit keeps going the way it is, I don't believe that they're going to be doing as much Marvel movies as we all think that they're going to do.
More DC.
They're going to start slowing down like DC did when they realized that DC was not getting the hype anymore like they used to get. Like, I used to be hyped as fuck whenever they brought out a DC movie. But then I was like, they got Ben Affleck playing Batman? Fuck that nigga.
Oh. Ben, we love you though.
But
We love you though, Ben.
it was-
You just staying in Batman.
You should have stayed
But
in
we love you,
Goodwill
Ben.
Hunting. And
We
just-
love you. You was a hell of a hunter, my
I'm ready for
nigga.
Justice League.
Goodwill like a mug, man.
But,
All right, I'm
but
telling
it's
you.
all good. It's all
You
good.
a Jersey native, nigga. We love you, big. Just not as Batman.
I did like
Michael Keaton.
so here's
Love you, Michael.
let's start getting towards the end of the movie where we started seeing more cameos. yeah, he's not Batman, but he should have been. But near the end of the movie, they started throwing in some more cameos. So you know how all the Marvel movies, after the credits roll, you're supposed to sit and stay and see the extra shit that comes up. You know, as we were look at this guy, as we're sitting there, I'm like, I bet you we'll start seeing people get up and leave as if they ain't never seen a Marvel movie in their life, and that's exactly what was happening. People were getting up and leaving, but then they showed the cute little trick, and then they showed the credits again. So people started leaving because they assumed that was the end. And I'm like, you never leave a Marvel movie until the credits are over and the lights in the theater are on.
You shouldn't force the crowd to have to stay through
They want you
every name.
They want you to,
every name.
They want you to know who's playing.
It was three little clips. So
And then
group stayed. They thought they got the little piece, and then they got up to leave.
And then more shit came on.
And then more people left, and another one came. Dog, you know how pissed I'd be? If I just sat there for 6 minutes of credits and then still missed the last.
Yo, what's up, Kid Chaos?
Kid Chaos!
But really cool
Say,
thing.
nigga, you done shot me before. I remember you. I played with you, bro. You done shot me. You beat me with the brass knuckles or something.
You know.
Yeah, real talk. I remember Kid Chaos.
But anyway.
He's chaotic, man, nigga.
Now,
What's up?
the thing that I did find that was really cool at the end of the credits, where they showed, you know, the snigged little bits of something that may come to be, they actually showed the Ravengers come together to form the group again. Now, if you guys don't know who the Ravengers are the Suicide Squad of Marvel Universe.
I did not either.
He didn't know who they was.
Do not feel bad.
I knew who they was because
feel
I
bad.
was a comic book buff.
Do not
and I
feel
was
bad.
like, yo, holy shit, it's the Ravengers.
Yeah, played by Sylvester Stallone, bro. Slice back.
Yo. I was like, and that was something that kind of pissed me off. I'm like,
Kinda?
why do you have
Kinda?
that muffled mouth motherfucker? Every time I see Sylvester, that's what it was. Every time I see Sylvester Stallone in any movie, it just makes me think back to Rocky, and I'm just like, or Rambo, and I'm just like, Adrian. Okay. All right.
That was the one.
The dude from Thor Ragnarok was dancing in the
That's
credits.
what I'm hype about. Real talk, Thor
Ragnarok is gonna be the shit.
Oh my God!
I can feel it. I can feel it coming. It's gonna have
That looks
enough
fine.
comedy. It's gonna have enough action. It's gonna show somebody who can actually hold
Doctor Strange is
Thor's
gonna be in
hammer.
it. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is supposed to
nigga.
be in it.
Oh, and old girl looks tight. Woo, my nigga. He catches Thor's hammer and you believe it.
He's into horns.
Broke it.
You believe it, my nigga.
Now, so next weekend we're gonna be watching Alien Conception. Is that what it was? Is that what it's called?
No, Covenant.
Alien Covenant.
Nigga, Covenant, nigga.
And so
You
we're
know
gonna
what time
do
it is.
is next
Covenant time, nigga.
Next Sunday, we're gonna do another review. If you guys like these reviews that we're doing, let me know. Let me know in the comment sections of the videos. We're gonna be posting these also on YouTube as well. Let us know in the channels. Sundays are gonna be our review days and just family night in general. Here pretty soon, I'll be changing locations, and we'll be able to stream even longer without interruptions and things of that nature. On Sundays, we'll be going back to 7 days a week. The weekdays for my normal streams are going to be even longer. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. We're going back to Xenoverse. We're doing all sorts of stuff. If you guys like what you see, smash that follow button. I'll see you guys next time.
Bow!
Holy shit!
Bow! Ah! It's your boy!
Whoa!
It's your boy!
Whoa! He done went a little too much. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all next
We'll
time.
see y'all next week, y'all.
Peace.
100. Love y'all. Stay tight.